At our last meeting, COBA representative Ashaki Antoine raised 4 issues in her comments, and we want to address them briefly because we did follow up with the department. We agree, and are also deeply concerned, share her deep concern about the issue of sexual assault on staff, and we'll continue to meet with her on this issue. The other 3, she raised the issue of the hot pots being at a boiling temperature, which was unsafe in this atmosphere in the jails right now. And DOC informed us that the temperature has been decreased from 190 degrees to 120 for everyone's safety. She asked about gang-affiliated housing areas, and the department informed us that they are currently working towards balancing out the housing areas with blended SRG, security risk group, affiliated individuals. And then finally, she raised the issue of gates, doors, and lock repair throughout the facilities. And DOC advises us that at RNDC, sliding cell doors have all been replaced with swing doors. An additional 150 were installed at the end of the last administration, bringing the total to 400 new cell doors in RNDC. DOC is committed to replacing another 150 doors moving forward.
Good morning. My name is Ashaki Antoine. I am the First City-Wide Trustee of the Corrections Officers Benevolent Association. In February's public meeting, the POC publicly acknowledged the COBA for our consistent participation. Although the acknowledgement is noble of the board, more action by you, the board, is needed to improve the safety and security conditions on Rikers Island. While providing my public testimony last month, and revealing the unadulterated truth and the real facts regarding graphic testimonies of sexual assaults and sexual harassment against our female and now male officers, the unprovoked physical assaults on officers, unwarranted daily attacks of inmates splashing officers with feces, urine, blood, and semen, I observed many of you board members while I presented my testimony with your head bowed, clearly uninterested, which is outright shameful. I just want to clear a few things up for those of you who feel that the COBA views are one-sided. We are not against programming and rehabilitation for the inmates. The concern is, what do you do with inmates who are not receptive to programming and rehabilitation and continue to repeat violent acts, terrorizing many non-violent inmates who just wants to do their time and go home? Rewarding and providing inmates with tablets and pizza parties after they have committed senseless acts of violence in the facilities is a common practice that has failed horribly. Here are the facts. 1,500 unprovoked physical assaults on correction officers, an 18% increase on inmate fights, including 247 stabbings and slashings, which has doubled over the previous years. In the facilities on Rikers Island, specifically AMKC, RNDC, and GREC, the inmates are manipulating cell doors and the main gate to gain unauthorized exit and entry out of the cells and out of their housing areas. Housing inmates by SRG status continues to be a major problem in the facilities. Numerous housing areas in AMKC are heavily populated with over 80% Crips and 80% Blood Gang members in one unit, making the housing areas extremely difficult to control. Inmates continue to display weapons and block cameras in the housing areas to commit crimes. When are you, the board, going to address and correct this ongoing issue that affects the security of the jails? Have you all looked at any of the videos regarding the issues that I've raised? As the implementation of the risk management system draws near, with drastic increase of violence in the jails, and as the inmates lack progression and levels out of each criteria with no rehabilitation in sight, and continues to assault officers, what is the in addition to plan to correct the behavior and to keep everyone safe in the jails? When there are no consequences for crimes committed daily in our city jails, the inmates continue to commit more crimes, which leaves correction officers, civilians, nonviolent inmates, they become victims. They become vulnerable. In closing, all of the COBA's concerns discussed at these public meetings should have equal value, equal validation, and should never be one-sided to fit one's personal or political agenda. I will continue to speak the truth on behalf of all correction officers working in the city's jails and reveal the hostile working conditions we encounter daily. Thank you.